Hello, this is Brian Scuttle of Sonic Cinema here with another quick take from the 2023 Atlanta Film Festival, the virtual catalog, and right now is for the documentary This World Is Not My Own, about the life and art of Georgia native Ellie Mae Rowe. And this is a very wild story. It's the presentation of which is very imaginative, very riveting to watch. It uses animation, it uses Rowe's own art, it uses interviews, it uses recreations, it uses a lot of different techniques in order to tell the story. And we go from her birth in Fayetteville in 1900 to her passing in 1982 and the history of her legacy. And there's a lot of focus on the relationship she had with Judith Alexander, who was her art manager who helped bring her art to the masses in the late 70s and early 80s. And one of the most extraordinary parts about this film is the fact that we really get a sense of the fact that there's this huge connectivity with Nellie Mae Rowe and Judith Alexander that goes beyond them being business partners later in life. It is the fact that Judith Alexander's father was the attorney who worked with Leo Frank in getting his death sentence appeal in 1913. And he was, if you aren't familiar with Leo Frank, he was a Jewish man who was accused of murdering a 13-year-old girl. He was sentenced to die. He got the governor commuted that sentence to a life sentence, and then he was lynched. He was removed from the prison and he was lynched. It's one of the more famous examples of lynching in the early 20th century in Georgia, and that is saying a lot. The thing that I did not anticipate, however, was the connection that Nellie Mae Rowe and her family have to the person that many people do believe committed that murder. It's widely considered that Leo Frank did not actually murder the girl, but Nellie Mae Rowe's family has a connection through marriage with the family of the alleged killer. And that's one of the most fascinating parts of this story, is the fact that the history of these two women comes forward into this larger aspect of Georgia history. And then you have the way Nellie Mae Rowe's artwork works into the history of Black artwork in the 20th century. And one of the historians here talks about within the conjunction of Afrofuturism. And you can definitely see it in some of the art that we do see of Nellie Mae Rowe's. This is a fascinating documentary. It's well worth checking out, whether you see it at the on the virtual program. It screened Tuesday night at the festival, whether you watch it in the virtual program or whether you watch it elsewhere or when it becomes available, it's well worth checking out. It is This World Is Not My Own is a terrific documentary. It's an enlightening documentary and is a rich documentary, and it's well worth watching. I'll have more as the Atlanta Film Festival winds down. For now, though, I hope you have a good rest of the week.